Hello everybody, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new tutorial. And today I'm very excited to be featuring a new exclusive stamp set from Simon Says Stamp and one of my other favorite brands, Art Impressions. This new flip card design is so adorable. Art Impressions has quite a few of these flip cards. However, this set is extremely adorable, and it's the Holiday Flip Card set, which is an exclusive stamp set designed specifically for Simon Says Stamp. So I've got not only the flip card die, but I also have the new stamp set. So you are going to want to have this flip card die handy for when you're creating this exact design that I'm going to be creating today. So let me start off by creating a 6" by 5.5" piece of cardstock. I'm going to take my flip card die and I'm going to add exactly 3¼ inches die cut that flip card die from my white cardstock. Now I will end up trimming this cardstock down later after I've die cut this, but this is the guide that you're going to want to have to start off with because this is going to give you the most space to work with if you want to create a larger sized card, and this will fit into an A2 envelope. However, I decided I wanted to go a little bit smaller and I wanted something a little bit more square. So I'll just trim off of the sides and the bottom just to give myself a more shape to design. So after I've folded the card along the score line that is created from the die, I'm just going to go ahead and trim this down like I said and arrange my cute little penguins onto the panel. This is just going to give me a guide for where I'm going to place them. I'm going to actually stamp them onto another piece of white cardstock because I'm going to pop them up off of my card. So I'm stamping them onto white cardstock with Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink, and I'm doing some very simple Copic coloring to color these in. I'm using a little bit more of a harsher shadow on these images. I wanted to be able to see that shadow area that I'm adding onto each of the areas of each image. So as I add the marker color down, I'm not completely blending out the edges of the secondary color. And I really like that look. But if you don't like that look and you want something a little bit more smooth blending, feel free to do whatever you like. You could even use watercolors, colored pencils, or any other coloring medium you prefer to color these cute little guys in. I'm just using Copics because I really love to use my Copics and I really like the look and the vibrancy of the coloring. So as I color in each of the images, I'm making sure to color not only the front but also the back. And as you're coloring the back side, remember that these are reversed. So the penguin on the left, when you're looking at the front side of the penguin, he's actually the penguin on the right when you're looking at the back side of them. So as you're coloring, make sure you're remembering who is who of this little penguin line. Or if you're coloring the snowmen, make sure you remember which snowman is which. So after I colored in my images, I did fussy cut these out, but you could have stamped them right onto the card base. I just wanted to create some dimension. Same thing with the sentiments. I wanted some more dimensional greetings, so I'm going to stamp these onto white cardstock and I'll fussy cut those out too. And because I fussy cut them out, I needed to create a little bit more of a dimensional looking banner and have this banner actually look like the penguins are holding them. So I cut out my sentiment and I made some very thin strips of Nina Desert Storm cardstock, and I just taped those to the back side of my penguins. And eventually, I'll just use some foam tape to adhere everything down. Now, on my card base, I did blend just a little bit of Spun Sugar Distress Oxide ink onto the bottom part of that card base, just to give a little bit of a pinky border. On the snowy hillside that I fussy cut out with my scissors, I'm adding a line of Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue. And on that glue, I'm going to add some Hero Arts ICICLE glitter. This beautiful, big, chunky white crystal glitter is so pretty for snow. And I really loved the look of this as I adhere this down onto my card using some foam tape. And yes, it is a little bit bigger than my card base, but I'll just trim it down, just cut off the ends that are showing off the card base. And that allows me to double pop up my cute little penguins using 2 layers of foam tape and that fun greeting banner that I've now created for them to hold. So this is the front of the card. I just finished it off with a little bit of some white Nuvo drops for some nice dimension and some snowy effects. And then the rest of it is on the inside. Now just remember, because this is a flip card, you're going to want to make sure you don't glue anything you adhere to the top part of the card when it's open to the part that's along the bottom, because we need to fold this. So as you can see here, when I added this second greeting, I didn't attach it to the penguins. I just left it popped up off of my card, and I added those cute little posts, so to speak, off of the sentiment, but I didn't glue those onto the penguin because I knew I was going to have to close this later. So just keep that in mind. If you're decorating the backside and you're not doing any stamping and you're actually creating something a little bit more dimensional like I did, just make sure you remember that fold is there. But that's going to finish up my fun and festive card using this adorable new stamp set from Simon Says Stamp and Art Impressions. I really hope you like this set, and I also hope that it inspires you to create with this stamp set, which is available for just a limited time only. So if you like this set, be sure to grab it while supplies last. I have links to the stamp set in the video description or over on my blog, and I hope you'll stop by to see more inspiration from me. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again very soon with more to share. Bye!